childhood it's happening. And we have picked up after my marriage also, we are continuing the same legacy.
Okay, so like it goes on generation after generation.
Yes, it continues. We transfer all our themes, all our dolls, we make themes and we transfer it to our next generation so that even they can take it forward.
Okay. So how much time it takes to set up the whole thing?
Usually the doll arrangement takes about 2 to 3 days, but when we come with an innovative theme, why do we do this theme is whenever somebody comes and see the doll arrangement, let us educate them so that it benefits something relevant to the society, so they can be helpful for the society. So we do this theme, and this theme takes about 1 or 2 weeks.
So ma'am, what is the theme this year you have?
This theme, this year we have taken vote for right or the election theme. So why did we pick up this theme is a major question. Next year the elections is going to happen. So instead of blaming the government that they didn't do that, they didn't do this, instead we can vote for the right person who will be able to bring about a change in our society. So that is the reason we have picked up this theme called as Vote for Right.
Okay. So ma'am, can you please explain the thing little bit more? Like what are the sections you have kept?
Yeah. So whenever we say an election or somebody is contesting and whenever we say that we have a right to vote, whom to vote is the first question. So whenever we say whom to vote, then what are the qualities what a person should have and how do we consider that? The first thing what we are trying to depict through our dolls is the first and primary thing is the person who is contesting has to be qualified. He has to have a minimal degree at least so that he will be knowledgeable and helpful for the society. The second thing what we have depicted here is no criminal background. The person should not have any criminal background as such. And the third thing is not the same family legacy to be carried on. Father comes, a daughter comes, or the son comes and it is passed on. Give the chance to contest and to be helpful for the society from the person who doesn't belong to the same family. And the third interesting question what we are putting up here is whenever you take up any profession, you have something called as entrance exam. But our curiosity level question is why there is no entrance exam? When we keep an entrance exam, at least we can filter out good candidates, one who is generally aware of what's happening in our society. And the next theme is whatever you want to do the the protesting or when you want to give an awareness to the society, have it at the rural side or the village side. They don't know whom to vote. Who is the person contesting? That's the big question. Instead of having rallies and all other things at the big cities or tier 1, tier 2 cities, have it at the rural side or village side so that you can educate those people why you have to vote for a person. And then when we have all these things, we have a tenure of 5 years. Why don't you split it up as 2 years or 3 years? Give chance to more number of people and you just take the feedback from the citizenship or citizens of that particular constituency and assess them whether they are doing a good job or not. Instead of having one person for 5 years and doing nothing, we also blame and they also don't do nothing. Instead, give the chance to 2 or 3 people, split that 5 years term into 2 or 3 years so that it should be helpful. And when we do all such things or when we consider all such things, even we have, as a citizen of our country, instead of blaming, we choose the right person whom we need. So whenever you go and vote, just don't go blindly vote for one particular person or one particular party and come back. Just get to know whether the person whom you are voting is good or correct to do the level of work at your constituency and then make a right choice. That is the reason we have a theme called as Vote for Your Right.
Okay. So ma'am, like can you please explain like what are the advantages or disadvantages you feel like for the voting?
Yeah, first thing, advantage is when I decide whom I want to be my leader, the entire responsibility lies on me. So first thing is I will have a choice in choosing the correct person if the person is right in doing some good qualities in my constituency or bring about some change or do some nice road work or bring about good sector in education field. So I will have a responsibility. So when I choose a particular person with all such qualities, I can educate many number of people. Let's say that I have a group of friends. When I influence these thoughts, they also get influenced and they also spread awareness. So these are the advantages where I can choose the correct person. But what is the disadvantage is they just go blindly with the party. So I am with one particular party, I just vote for them. I don't know who is contesting at all. I'm just voting blindly, or I'm just bribed by few things and I just go and blindly vote. Instead of doing that, let's get educated that who is standing, what is he, what has he done before. And when we think of all these things, we can bring about a change. Instead of blaming the government that we are expecting a change and bring a change, we as the citizens of our country, what are we doing? Let us try to bring about some change. Let us try to correct ourselves in voting. Then we have a good person who can contest or who can do good things for our constituency.
So ma'am, what message do you want to give to the society?
Yes, first thing is, please cast your vote. It's our right. Don't say that, okay, nobody is contested, whoever is there, I don't like that one, he is not so good. Let's not sit at home, relax on a very nice cushion or a sofa. First thing is, go and vote. So whenever you're casting a vote, cast for a right person. Check what he is, what is his qualification, what he has done before, what is his service to the society. And then cast a vote. Definitely, India is going to become a very developed country instead of developing street.
So ma'am, can you please give brief description about what are the other things you have done previously?
Yeah, we as a family, what we are trying to do is, whoever visitor comes, let's not just see the dolls and say, oh, very nice and go. Instead, we are educating. So this year, we have done many themes. Whenever there was Rally for Rivers by Sadhguru, we did as a part of Karnataka. So we did Kaveri water river pollution as a theme, where we educated people that how Kaveri water is being polluted and how we can avoid. And when Rio Olympics happened, and we did tribute to Rio Olympics, and we also did the Bangalore International Airport when it was under construction. We literally showed up the same picture, and we have more themes in our mind. So probably by forthcoming years, we'll be able to give good messages to the society.
So ma'am, do you want how many people you expect this year to come to your house?
We expect around 200 to 500 people every year. We have bunch of relatives and friends who communicate to their friends. So that's mainly our important communication network what we have. So we have about minimum of 200 to 500 people do visit us. So it's like we are promoting messages for them so that we are going to bring about some change in our society.
Like this year, how many people have visited till now?
Till now we have around 250 odd people who have visited, and who's going to come more. Like in next 3 days is the main days of Dasara, so they're going to visit almost 250, 300. We are expecting more.
So how many days will keep this?
This will be kept for 10 days at a stretch. We start a day before the Dasara starts. On the Mahalaya Amavasya day, we keep all the themes and all the dolls ready. So after Mahalaya Amavasya is the start of the Dasara in Karnataka. So it will be kept for 10 to 12 days later.
So ma'am, how many dolls are there with you now?
We have around 1,000 odd dolls which depict our rich heritage, our rich culture, features of Ramayana, features of Mahabharata, and goodwill for the society. Or mainly, we have kept a lot of dolls pertaining to the birth of Krishna and childhood of Krishna and what Krishna did. So everything, we have a lot of dolls depicting on Krishna itself.
So ma'am, as your principal, so do you bring your school students?
Definitely. I take this pride saying that I am working for an education field. So that's where the revolution starts. So I don't feel like educating my friends first, but I feel like educating our students first. So I have a lot of student fan who really come, who really see, and I definitely educate.